Okay.
Oh, looks like Phyllis got knocked off, everybody. We'll wait for her to get back on. But in the meantime, keep on coming on, coming on, coming on. So excited for everybody that's here. This is the Diamond Factory, and this is the place where like minded individuals come together and we work to start our days off with a very positive motivation because the worst thing in the world that can happen is to be around negative folk, negative ideas, negative thoughts. And so she's coming back on. I see her popping back in. Um, see her coming back in. Just hold on. And we're going to hear from our chief sales officer today. There you are. You're back, Phyllis.
Sorry, guys. I knocked my own self out. So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome each and every one of you on the line this morning. We're going to have an interactive call today. I want to make a few announcements. Welcome to Diamond Factory, where we meet up on Tuesday through Friday with like-minded people to get our day started off in a positive light. And so my name is Phyllis Nash. I'm your Chief Sales Officer, one of the 4 co-founders. Really excited to be a part of you and your life and your journey, whether it's Akana or any other part. I know a lot of you personally, and it's been a journey, and I love our industry because it allows us to start out maybe as strangers to become friends, and some even feel like family. So I'm really happy to be here this morning. I want to make some announcements. I said I would be making these announcements now until we go to boot camp, because sometimes people hear things different ways. Sometimes people don't hear it at all. And then I don't want anybody to be left out. So a little few tips that I would like to give for people to connect and network with one another, to find out if you're coming in at the same time, if you might share in a car rental, because there is no transportation. And I don't even know if they got Uber. I'm not going to say they don't have Uber, but I'm almost sure that they won't have enough Ubers to accommodate all of us that are coming in. So if you guys are, and you don't want to, and definitely don't want to have not be without your own transportation as you are commuting from the hotel to the campgrounds and back to the hotel at night. So why don't you guys kind of find out who's going, network with people, reach out to people, because it's going to be convenient and better for everybody involved. You know, if you're staying at a hotel, and I don't know if the 2 hotels, I looked at the addresses online, and they both said the hotels were in Lexington, but I don't know how far they are from one another. But again, being able to carpool, about 4 or 5 people, being able to actually, going in on a car, it doesn't make it ridiculously expensive for anyone. The other thing is, you are going to a, let me see who this is, guys, just a minute. Because if everybody knows I'm on a call, so usually, okay. So, everybody, when you travel, you want to always think about, what you're going. And out of everybody, I always want options when I travel. So I always take more than I need. Well, let me tell you, I have never, ever, ever traveled with a backpack. But I'm going to go online today, get me a backpack, because if you are on a flight and you probably got the lowest, most economic flight, then if that flight is a basic flight, because Southwest doesn't fly there from Chicago. I don't think it does from anywhere, but I know it doesn't from Chicago. So Southwest is the only airline that gives you that free luggage. So if you have a basic fare, guys, you cannot take a carry-on or anything other than one bag on that flight. So my suggestion would be, since we're going to a campground, to maybe take, ladies, a couple of pair of leggings, some t-shirts, tops to go with it. Wear the shoes that you're going to wear. In my case, it's either going to be some gym shoes or some flip-flops. Have those shoes for both days and go that way. I can fit my computer in that bag and my toiletries and my pajamas and those 2 pair of leggings. So travel as light as you can, especially if you have that basic fare. Do not go to the gate of that airline if you're on a flight that has that basic fare only and having a carry-on suitcase, because when you get there, you're going to have to pay for it. And if you take one there, if you on basic fare of anyone's, you're going to have to check and pay for it. So I'm trying to keep your expenses as low as possible. So again, I repeat that every time we come on between now and not every time we come on, probably every time I speak, just to give you a reminder. Leaders out there, tell your teams, you know who's going on your team. Make sure they get this information. Now, my next question for you guys, and I know everybody's not going to respond, but I want you to really respond if you have this, because we've talked about how parties will drive our business over the top. Not our business, but your personal business. And I want to know from you guys, from whoever would like to speak, what's holding you back? Just let me know what's holding you back so I can figure out a solution, or we can come together and figure out a solution. So is there anybody out there that would like to share with me why we don't see more home parties going on? And don't all speak at one time, but let me know, let me hear, because I know for a fact that that is the shot of blood that will take your business to the next level. I've seen it happen in my own personal business. I've seen it happen in a whole lot of people's businesses. So if anybody wants to unmute, you hit star, and you can tell me what's holding you back.
Phyllis, is Crystal. I can say for myself, the fear of the doing the presentations, and I've done a million of them, but it's just a weird fear of presentations. And then we're getting back into doing the parties now. For me, it was just getting past that. I'm getting myself past it, but that's what it was for me.
Okay, so hopefully we will have a video out, but the presentation isn't the long version of the presentation. It's not all of those slides. And so let me ask you, Crystal, if you had a party at your home and I came and did your party, would you do it?
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's book a party.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. And I need leaders across the country to treat this like that. So we're going to do that publicly. I got my calendar out. When you going to do this party? Because I'm going to put your name there.
Okay. I can do what's good for you. Saturday, I can do like after 6, or Sunday, I can do after 4.
Okay. Sunday, let me look at my calendar real quick and give you this.
And why don't we look past, this is August 10th.
We're not going past nothing. We're going to do it just like it. Oh, okay. So this Saturday, after 6 on Saturday?
Yes.
Okay, so this Saturday or Sunday will not work because Mooney has his All-Star Leo party on Saturday. And it's after 6. If it was in the day, if you were doing something in the day, I would definitely say we can pin that down.
Got you. So
and sometimes the parties, you're working before then?
I'm at the dispensary in the morning, and then I do my cheesecakes early afternoon. So I'm available after 6 on Saturdays.
Okay. So let me ask you this. If we did one in the morning and you missed the training, because people like to do things on Saturday early, like 11 to 12. See, because the party doesn't have to be long. So if we did the party from 11 or 12 to 1:30, what would that look like for you?
I could easily do that, but I think that the 12th would be a little soon. So could we do the 19th?
We can do the
12th
19th.
is this Saturday.
And I know that. And so, guys, I want you to keep getting, I want you to get away from, it has to be away. I don't care how, I would love to have 5 to 10 people at the party. But the point is, when you get on the line and say, hey, girl, I want you to come to my wellness event because it's going to be only a few of us and we need self-care. There's a whole lot going on out here and we need to know how to take care of ourselves. So when you have too much lead time, I'm just saying the other day we had 4 days to have, and we had over 100 people at an event in 4 days.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do a Saturday. And if any of your team members, if you want them, I don't want all team members, I want some guests. But I'm saying if you had one team member that said, hey, I want to come and I want to bring a couple of guests, we can do it. But let's do Saturday from 12 to 1:30, okay?
Okay, this Saturday coming up or the
This
19th?
Saturday coming up, 12 to 1:30.
Okay, Saturday, August 12th, from what time?
12 to 1:30, and
12
we'll be out of there.
To 1:30. Okay, done. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else want to know what's holding them up? Now, don't not do this, guys, because y'all heard that I'm saying let's do this thing, okay? Because it's time. I'm telling you, sometimes you just got to step out there and do what you need to do. Who
Good
else?
morning.
Uh-huh. I'm
Phyllis,
listening. Yes.
Can you hear me? This is my Mitchell.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm like Crystal. It's the same thing with me. And I know I talk a lot and on the videos and things like that, but I'm feeling very uncomfortable with the presentations because it appears that it's just so many different ones.
No,
and I don't know.
We're gonna make this duplicatable. We're coming to a close to what we're using, and what right now, if we change anything, it'll make it easier, not harder.
Okay, because I'm gonna do one at my husband's family reunion on Saturday. This coming Saturday, we'll be in Texas. But I'm just winging it. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I'm just trying to go over the different slides and just trying to, because I'm gonna do the scans as well. But I feel very, very uncomfortable.
Okay, so you do what you're gonna do in Texas. I'm not gonna get in that, but when you get back, I want you to have one here, and I'm gonna come in and help you do it.
Yes,
Phyllis,
ma'am.
I'm helping my Mitchell and them with the presentations on Friday, so I'm going to be able to help her with that. I got her.
Okay, but when you come back, my Mitchell, I want you to schedule. Why don't you look at your calendar right now and let's schedule a party?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Anybody else out there?
Yes. Good morning. This is Pastor Jennings, Paula. And
Yes, ma'am.
I am having a party tonight at 7
I'm
o'clock.
so proud of you, girl. I'm so proud of you.
So I'm excited. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm stepping out on faith.
But you're going to know what you're doing. What time tonight are you doing your party?
At 7 o'clock tonight.
Okay,
and
so
Michael
that's my
Newsom
6
is
o'clock.
my coach.
I will be right there, and I'm going to talk to Trish and you at some point today.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else want to talk about why they're holding back? My Mitchell, I'm waiting on you to give me a date.
Oh, okay. Now let's see, the 20th.
Anybody else? Don't be silent. Now, Pastor Jennings is all the way in Richmond, Virginia, guys. So don't think it's just the people here in Chicago. They're stepping out. Her leader, the Newsoms, Trish Newsom, is going to be there to help her. And all of them are in Richmond, Virginia. Anybody else want to step out? Want to say what's holding you back?
Y'all better speak up.
This is Gerald West here.
Hey, Gerald West.
Oh, no, I heard a lady, please. Ladies first.
Okay, who else said something? Because Gerald is giving it to the ladies first.
Okay, well, this is Paula G. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, well, I have a problem giving presentations, so I need some help with that.
Okay. I want you, I'm going to give you something real quick, and you're going to kill me. Close your eyes and think.
No. What do you see?
No, close your eyes and act like you're doing the monologue, because you have no problem with that. We'll talk about that, Paula G, but when are you going to have a party? Because see, I'm hearing you guys do it, but when is that party gonna be booked? When are you gonna have that party?
I would like to have a party on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Okay. And guys, don't think these parties have to be on a Saturday or Sunday. I'm getting ready to book me another party, but it's on a Thursday. You know,
Well, my friends are available.
No, that's okay. But there's some people that are, so kind of know your audience. But everybody, trust me, when I was building that business where we did so wonderful with parties, I had a party every night of the week. Every night of the week, people will come. People will come. So, and it's not the people I know that are different from the people you know. They all the same people. Trust me. Paula G, when is your party? This is the 12th. The next one will be the 19th, the next Saturday. So what time? Did you go silent on me? Uh-oh.
Well, I this is Ma again, Ma Mitchell. So
yeah.
How about the 20th? You wanted me to set a date, right?
Yeah.
20th at 3:00. That's August 20th, 3:00.
Okay. Okay. All right, I got Ma Mitchell.
This is Gerald West. First and foremost, great day.
Yes.
And I just number one, my party is gonna be today. My party is gonna be tomorrow. I'm gonna find a way to party on Saturday and Sunday. Why do I say this? I say this because being around you all so much now, it's finally a hit. A party doesn't have to be this grandiose thing.
Nope.
It really doesn't. And I've been having parties of 1, 2, 3, and then of course the leverage. When we're prepared, when we have some products on us, you can party wherever you are. You can party with a stranger that you just met. The party is basically an exposure. It's an experience. And what I want the kind of nation to realize is I want you to realize that you're nervous and you don't need to be nervous. There's nothing for you to do but have fun. If you're not having fun, something's wrong and we're doing it the wrong way. Just be you because you're the best thing to be anyway. You were born great, and just be that. Use your tools and leverage your tools, leverage your products. As you look at this new party model, we want to have on hand essential oils. Don't use a hot oil. Tea tree, eucalyptus, exposed that way for the oil factory. Use your oud body oil. What else do we have? Depending on your audience, I'm not for sure what your audience is. Typically, my audience is a smoking audience, so I might leverage things like my vaping experience. I'm going to leverage a certain sort of gummy, my D8 gummies, right? Another crowd might leverage from the oud body oil. They might just go into CBD gummies. They might use their extreme pain topical. But see, a kind of nation, use your tools, and Minister Mooney's voice is in my head. Use your tools, don't be the tool. Use your tools, don't be the tool. And even when it comes to presentation, my people, Dr. Roz's channel has every single sort of presentation. Don't say nothing if you don't want to say nothing, but show something. Don't say nothing.
Well,
if
you know what?
I
love everything you said, Gerald, but there is a presentation that we're working on that is specifically for parties, and we're using part of that now. So that you want to continue to create duplication. And if we get them all on duplicating, then when they want to go out and do other things or add a little extra something, because you're a master. I mean, you have mastered that smokers lounge like nobody else, and that'll be something you can share. But if we can get them to party and duplicate that, then we are going to be, we making baby steps so as we can see where this can go, and you all can see, because like he says, if you're not having fun, you're doing something wrong.
Yes, ma'am. That's pretty much all I had to share. I just want everybody to understand you can party at the drop of a dime. It doesn't have to be big with balloons and things of that nature.
Nope.
It's just you loving on somebody for a few minutes, you know, maybe 30 minutes, maybe to an hour, depending on how big the crowd is. If it's one, it could be very, 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 could be very fast, make your head spin. And as long as we all, and I got this from our CEO, have that price point sheet, you all. When you finish talking, have that price point sheet so you can have that that offering speak to the person, and then they can look at that price point sheet and they say, "Oh, that's what you gave me. Oh, that's what I like. Oh, that's what," and just close them on out and get yourself a new customer, get yourself a new friend, get yourself a new business partner, and just have fun, Nakana.
Thank you, Jero. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anybody else still want to talk?
Phyllis,
Anybody else want to? Yes.
Phyllis, this is Brenda from Virginia. My issue with reaching out to people that are not working. That's why I have something coming up in October, but during the week, just about everybody I know works.
Okay.
So
So what about
reaching out,
having something on Saturday, because you had no problem having a room full of people on Saturday?
right. So I do have something coming up on a Saturday, but I normally have to solicit before, and I started doing that already.
Okay. So we're gonna talk, and we're just gonna do something really light. And it's nothing about, girl, we getting together and we talking about self-care. Self-care,
Right.
because you can point out all kind of examples. Nothing formal, just come by, but be on time, because your elevation experience, and that's what we're calling it, is gonna start promptly at 5 p.m. so that everybody gets to go to zone 1, zone 2, zone 3 together, and then you can be finished. So guys, it's a real simple way to do it, and it's not long and drawn out. It gives a person a time to say what they want. And even guys, if you're not a coach and doing the bioscan, you can still participate in using this system. So I don't want to go over our times, but anybody else? Well, we have gone past our times. Anybody else want to talk about it? Now, like Brenda's from Virginia, guys, so it's not just here in Chicago where the dispensary is that you can get help. We can do this thing. We can set these parties. Dr. Roz and Linda, a group of ours, they've been working together. And then when they need a three-way after the thing, if a person needs more information, I hook up and do a three-way, and sales are made. New customers come on board. New distributors come on board. So if there's a will, there's a way, but you got to be willing. Anybody else have anything to say before we close?
Phyllis,
Yes,
quick
it's
question.
Dr. Betty.
Yes, Dr. Betty.
So, so I'm embarrassed to come on here and say, but my issue is really getting around to calling people. I'm so busy doing this, that, and the other, and I look up and the week is gone. Time is flying, and
So you have to carve out in your day, Dr. Betty, and this is for all of us. We are busy, but what is the busy work getting us? You're building a business. So if you carve out 1 hour to call your people, and then another hour to follow up with your people for your event that you're having on them, and in between a little text to say, hey, I can't wait to see you on when you come to the elevation experience. So carve out, look at your schedule and carve it out, sit down. Don't let anybody in that hour. Don't answer that phone. Use that hour to make the calls for contact. Right before the day before, follow up with those people, and the day of, follow up with a text. Carve that out of your schedule. because what, you got to do income producing activities. That could be considered an income producing activity. And you got to look at all the other things you're doing and say, are these income producing activities? And I'm not telling you to carve out a half a day. I'm saying an hour out of 2 days and some text that you already did and a phone call. Dr. Betty, can you do that? Dr. Betty, you went speechless on me.
I will do that. I'm sorry, I had muted myself. I was in the
Okay,
store.
so you're gonna set up a party with me?
Yes.
All right. I'm not gonna keep everybody on the line because it's already 8:25. But is there anybody else that wanted to speak? How about my ladies across the country? Erica Zachary, Bernadine Kirkland, Gigi Harris. We want you guys to do the same thing in your areas. Dr. Roz is already doing it. That's why I didn't call her name. Anybody else want to speak before we go? Okay. All right, guys. Well, I have these parties that I booked on my line, on my schedule. We're going to talk about it. And you don't have to make it be such a big production, but you do have to carve out some time and do it. And Crystal, you'll probably be the first I talk to since yours is Saturday. Bye, everybody. Go out and have a wonderful kind of day. And what's the word? Push.
Push. Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you.
Thank you.